Hey everyone, in this video we are going to create Expense Manager web application using Chat GPT. First of all, we need some structure for the web application. So for that I am going to ask Chat GPT to create one structure for the web, Expense Manager. In the Expense Manager we need included expense and income, both included. So let's begin. So I'm going to ask Chat GPT. Just go to the chat openai.com/chat. So after that you will get this screen. So go to here in the search box, type it, write a code for expense web application web app in HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. So we don't need CSS, so just to type HTML, Bootstrap, with mobile responsive. So just enter it. It will create some code for us. So it creating for us for web application. So it creating using Bootstrap to create. So expense tracker, expense name, amount, and category. So we have to change this part. Okay, then it will add expenses. So it's also showing we have to display some data from below that form. So I'm going to ask here, no data option available. So just you have to check this code. Okay, just go to your root folder, any root folder or offline anything. So just going to type, I am going to type index.php. I'm going to create new file, index.php. So inside that I'm going to paste this code and save it. So I'm going to refresh this page. So it will showing our simple basic application. It's AI created. It's ChatGPT created this application. It's taking 10 to 15 seconds like that. Like it means, so maximum 1 minute it will get a written code. So it will asking expense name, amount, and category, food, like that. So we have to set it. We don't need this category. We need only income. We have to enter. We're going to enter the here food expense, like that. So we don't need this category. We need to change like income or expense, like that we have to add. Okay, another one is date. We have to add date as well. So I'm going to add ask ChatGPT. So it will take some time. So just we have to enter here, ask ChatGPT, add date as well. Just type it, just enter it. It will write code for with date as well. So wait for the ChatGPT fully written the code. So here started the form and typing amount, expense name, category, and a date. It also created a date for us. It's a simple data for the database displaying data. So we do this later. So first of all we have to create design. Okay, it's created a design. Just go and copy the code and replace the new code here. Now refresh the page. So it added a date as well. Okay, so we're going to change this food, transportation, entertainment to income or expense, that only. Okay, just go up and go to find these options and remove last two options. So and change it income. Second option is expense. Okay, just save it. And next part, we have to store this data to the database table, then only we can get here data. So it will take refreshing take some time. So from that time we are going to create next another page. Okay, we need a database. So I already have a database, I already created a database. Okay, you can create as well. So I didn't get any table as well yet, so I'm going to ask a query for the table. Right, Chat GPT will write the SQL query for me. Write code for SQL table. Just enter, like it's this much line enough to write it will SQL query, it will write. Okay, just enter it. So it will write expenses table and ID int and expense name where amount decimal, it will show like 10. If you entering 100 rupees, it will show 100.002 2 decimal points. Okay, that is for the two category and date. Okay, just copy this and go to your database and go to the SQL tab, then just paste it. Just go, it will get on expenses table. Okay, it will okay, it's created a one table for me. So I'm clicking expenses table, it's showing expenses name, amount, category, date. So it get easy, it created on in 30 seconds, around like that it created on table. So we have to insert data for this table. So for that we need we are using PHP code. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to insert a date, like insert a table, insert a data. So write a code in PHP for insert data into database table. So just enter it. It will write PHP code for us. So first of all, you ask connecting database everything. So it creating like function everything. So it didn't created get data from here. It will created a random data everything. So ask the ChatGPT to get posting data like that. So just copy this question. I'm going to write it again. Write to PHP for insert data to database. Okay, write a code for insert data to database table from submitted data from previous page. Yeah, it will get it right now. It's now. If it write now it's writing good. First of all, we have to check if you're submitting post data everything. Then it will run the code. It is a proper method. So I'm going to copy this code. I'm going to create one more page for add expenses .php. So I'm editing this page. So I'm going to write PHP. So I'm inside. I'm going to paste that code. Okay, save. Okay, we need to modify some changes from here. So we need to get the database name, database username, password, everything. So I'm already created it. This is database name table. Okay, this is database name, password, username, everything will be same. So I created the same everything. Okay, so if the connection is correct, it will run this code. Okay, I'm going to remove this one and change that coding. Okay, we have to change that a little bit. Okay, so not everything will be we can use in Chat GPT. So we have to do some modification. That's why I come with developers. Okay, I'm going to write a query my SQLi query. So connection, we have to create a connection first. So then we have to insert data in that table. So I'm going to simply go to SQL and click insert. It will write a query for us. Just to remove the inside the data and copy this line, and I'm going to here and paste it. Now we have to enter, we don't need this ID for that, it automated added. So we have to add expense name, write it in single quote, it will be good, comma, then amount, then category, and date. Then semicolon. So now we know errors coming. So if this query runs, we need to show some success message. So for that I'm going to create, if this query runs, echo. So I'm going to display some alert. Okay, so I'm going to write this code in script, scr script. So we're going to display alert. Okay, alert alert, single quotes. Already we are using double quotes, those are why I'm using single quotes inside the alert. Expense added successfully. Okay, semicolon. Next. So after success we need to pass the data to next page. Okay, and for that we need to write window dot location slash index. I think it's enough, I think. So otherwise we will check it cross reference with Chat GPT. Okay, check it right or wrong. If it's wrong, write this new code. It will have syntax error, so it will write a correct path. Okay, what is missing? So semicolon missing, and this it will write a correct code only. Okay, just copy this code and paste it on here. So if it run, it will show success message. If it not run, we write the else part, else. So it will need to show error message, and it will go to the index page. Okay, actions are failed. Then it will go to the index page. Okay, just after that we write exit code. We don't run next time. Okay, exit. So write the same as well here as well. Okay, if post method, there also one post method available. If method, if someone open directly in this page, we need to go to the index page. So write else for as well here. So exit, you don't need to go anywhere. So I'm going to copy this. So core script no need alert here. That's I'm going to delete. So it won't only need window.location text.vc. If anyone come this page directly, they will execute directly go to the index page. Okay. So I'm saving this page. So now we are testing time. So I'm going to refresh this page. So I'm going to add expense name like lunch, amount 500, income or expense, date will be today. I'm going to add expense. It's not displaying anything, so something is missing in the code, so we have to go check. Okay, it's not storing anything in database. I will check as well. So it's not storing any data, so it's not something, it's not going next page as well, it's going like question mark, so it's not going next page as well. So we have the issue in the index page. Okay, what is the issue? Yeah, we missed this page. We didn't connect this add expenses.php page in the index page, that's why it's not going anywhere. So we're going to, in the form you have to create action tab, action, add expenses, method, post. So now it will send data. Okay, then next we have to check this. One more mistake we have made, any in the input field we didn't set any name. So if any name, if you name set only, then only it will send post data. Okay, we have to set these names, expense name, this is the that name we need to set that. So just copy it and go there and type name field. So and okay, in the amount tab also need a name, in select column as select field also need name, and date field also need name. So okay, I'm added every name. So we need to change the name as per here, amount category date. Okay, amount category date. So we added everything. So now it will work fine, it will insert data. So I'm going to refresh this page. So now I'm going to add the expense lunch 500, income or it's for the expense. I'm going to adding day today, add expense. Now it adding data, added data, expense added successfully. Clicking OK, it will redirect to this same page. So I'm going to check in database and refreshing the table. So now it's added lunch 500 rupees, expense date today date 6/3/2023. So it's working fine. So I'm going to add one more data, petrol 1000 rupees, it's also expense, and I'm going to add previous day like 5, add expense added successfully. So we added some two other okay, we added income also need added, so we have to check as well. Income means salary, SA or monthly salary over salary. I'm going to add 50,000 income, date every month one they will get salary, so I'm going to create it March 1. So expense added successfully. So we have to check as this as well, refreshing the page. So petrol, salary, income, everything will be added. Okay, data as well updated correctly. So if anyone go to this page directly, what will happen? Okay, I'm going to remove this and I'm going typing this page directly. So it directly related to this page. That's why we created this one. Without submitting data, it will go to the index page. If any issues in this query or anything else, it will it also go to showing this alert field and go to the index page. So now we have successfully created the expense application, And also Chat GPT created display data for expense details from the below. So we have to add we have to display that data as well here. So let's move to that step. Here, so remove the data, like it's a testing data for the created for it created in ChatGPT. So we need to display data from database. Okay, for that it's a table heading expense amount category date. So I'm going to here write a PHP code to get the data from the database. Okay, I'm going to write PHP. So okay, inside, so we have to include the database connection name. So we already added here. So I'm going to copy this connection. Okay, and paste it here. Otherwise you can include in next another page. You can include that page, like just copy this line, exit, and create one more file, config.php. It will save the database connection, everything. So you don't need to type every time like this. Okay, php. So just paste that code here. You don't need to type every time here. Okay, it will take the connection or everything. Okay, then here you can just type include dot slash config dot php. So we included that page as well. So it will work fine. So we have to, if you want to check this file working or not, just below that just type it, if connection, if it runs, echo connect database is connected. So I'm going to semicolon. Okay, it's echo. It will, if it works, it will show database connected. Otherwise, we write else code, else database error. Okay, I'm going to save it. So I'm going to refresh this page. Yeah, it's showing database connected. So it's working fine. So just remove this part. So you can include this one as well here. We don't need write lot of pages here. So we need to include this config file. It will run fine. So we have to include this as well. If any issues come, we have to remove this. You need to use this as well. Just type it anywhere below the code. PHP connection close, like it. So its connection is working fine. Now we need to write the code to get the database table data. So for that, I'm going to write query my SQLi fetch array for first of all we have to where we fetching data from. Okay, first of all this is next code. Okay, we keep it right now. Okay, my SQLi query connection, like that previously we done some steps. So like that we can use as well, like go to SQL tab, then go to select. It will select everything, so it won't need everything like this. So just copy this one and go to the index page and inside just paste it. So we don't need id, so just remove it. We need expense name, amount, categorize the date. Otherwise you can use like this, select r from expenses, remove this part. Okay, we need to display, okay, descending order means we will display as descending order, like latest data will be in the first. So then type it order by id descending. Okay, it will display data descending order. Okay, so I'm going to write this name row MySQL fetch array. This will fetching every data from the database. Okay, and one more thing, it will run fetch only one data from the database. So if we need to fetch all data from the database, we need to write a loop. So for that I am going to create while loop, while, so it will get all of the data from the database. Okay, so it have expense. Okay, first of all we have to get this data. Okay, row expense row of, we need to get data like this. Okay, we need to select the column name. Okay, that name, expense name semicolon. So like that we have to get lot 4 column data. Okay, 2 3 4. So second one is amount, so I'm changing this as well. And the third one is category, fourth one is date. Okay, so it will get all of the data. So we have 4 columns only. If we add like that, it will don't show any number front of this page. So as for that we have to add some extra details, like before the loop just add I equal 0. So inside we can add I plus or equal to 1. It will add like it will add the number in the row, like 1 2 3 like that. So I'm going to just put it dash. So for that we need one row enough, so it will get all the data from the database. Okay, so let's go here and write php echo expense semicolon, close the php tag. Okay, for that, like that, do all the below. Okay, okay, so we have to add one more column because we added one extra column in table heading, so we need to add one more action. So here add I in the first column, so we added dash in there. So second one expenses, third one amount, fourth one is category, fifth one is date. So we added everything else. So we need to don't close the loop here, because it will, if it goes here, it will won't run this code. So remove the close bracket there from there and put it below the table row here. So write it php and write it in the paste it close bracket there. Now save it. After that go to the page and refresh this page. So something is error, So we need to check what is the error is. So we missed the question mark here in the PHP, that's why it's not working. So and we add the PHP and the question mark and we will save it. Okay, then reload the page. It will show all the data in the database. So it's also showing 2 column 3 column names like that. So we have to remove that. For that we need to write the PHP code above PHP code, move to table row. So select that and cut it, and below the table body you can paste that PHP code. Now save it and reload the page. It will run fine. So it will take some time to reload. So it was a catch a problem. Okay. So until that we will wait. So it's showing every detail, salary, petrol, lunch, everything it will be showing, but also showing the 2 columns. So we updated that. Once if it updated, it will show only table data. So I'm removing empty space. Okay, and remove and save it. Then I'm going back again there. So I'm going to refresh the page. Now it's showing only one table heading. So I'm displaying all the data. Now it's working fine. So I'm going to change this name as X1's name. So because only displaying X1's. So I'm going to refresh the page. So it also not updated it. It will take some time. So now it's running in it's displaying on by listening order using ID. So we need to display as date-wise, and also it has no bottom margin. So I'm adding bottom margin 5. So I'm refreshing the page. So it's added bottom margin. Okay. Now I'm going to add another one data. So I'm going to add coffee, and amount will be 200. It's an expense, so I like the expense, and the date will be today. So expense added successfully. So coffee also added successfully, and it's all data displaying as design error, but using order by ID. So we need to display as date column base, like date base, like March 1, 2, 3, like that, order wise. So for that we can ask the Chat GPT about the query. So just go to our PHP code. In the next page which is recently worked. So copy this code and go to ChatGPT and modify this code deadwise, like that. Type it and paste the code below. And submit. So it will run display all the data deadwise. So order by ID, order by date, designing order. So this one code enough. So go to next page, just to change that query. So it will display date wise. So I'm going to refresh the page. Now it's showing order wise 1566, like listening order. Now we are successfully created expense tracker application. So in this video we are learn about how to create expense tracker application. It's also responsive design. So I checked the screen also, and only one problem is the date is only displaying two column. So for that we can ask ChatGPT write the code for no warp. No warp means it will display same line, it won't go next line. So we can simply search here. add no warp for table heading and table row. So it will write a code for us. So now it's writing the code now for, but it's writing every heading and so it's writing it's writing every column and every heading, every TD. But we don't we don't need like this. We need only one style sheet. It will affect a full page. So write it in CS. So it will write one simple line. Okay. So it write it. So just copy this code and go to the index page and go to heading location. Inside head you can paste a style and paste that code. Just save it. And now you can check in mobile phone. Now it will work fine. You won't display two lines in the data. Finally, we are completed the expense manager application. So everyone liked it, I think. So if any doubts or queries, you can comment it below. So in the next video, we are going to modify some changes in the application, some installing mobile app like this. So I see you in the next video. If you like the video, please click the like button and share your friends. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.